Let's talk briefly about another issue that's been percolating this week, and that's the voter ID law. And Patrick, you've been writing about how the DMV employees may not have been properly trained, or now they were said, well, yeah, they were properly trained, but now they're going to be retrained. What's going on there with the voter ID issue?
So this group, Vote Writers, assists people getting IDs, and they went with a voter to a DMV station who didn't have a birth certificate. He got wrong information from 3 different workers. They released that audio, raised some concerns from the judge who's overseeing the lawsuit. He told them to report back. Meanwhile, Vote Writers shared with us tapes they'd made, 10 or 11 other tapes they'd made where a volunteer went in and asked, said they had a friend or a relative who didn't have a birth certificate, could they get a license? And in 7 cases, they were told that wrong information about the ability of that person to get voting credentials. They have things like DMV workers saying things like there are no guarantees. That's not what the DMV has told the court is being told to customers. So they're going to have to explain themselves to this judge as to why so much bad information appears to be getting out.
Right. So right now, though, there's going to be more training being done, or what's the fallout here in terms of we've got an election in just over a month and people are already voting?
So Thursday last week is when the tape first came out. The first tape came out, and the next day the judge, without getting any motions, told the DMV that he wanted a report by this coming Friday. He's now scheduled a hearing for the following week on that. Meanwhile, more tapes have surfaced, and now the plaintiffs have asked for him to suspend the voter ID law entirely, or if he won't go that far, to soften it in ways to help these people who have the most difficulty getting IDs. As the DMV tries to catch up and get ahead of this issue, they announced on Tuesday that they were retraining nearly 400 DMV employees, that they would get an online training module and then have to meet one-on-one with a supervisor to make sure that they understood this. Now, they've told the court before that these people were trained. We find out now that really what that means is they got a couple of memos about how to help these people who have the biggest challenges.